What's up, everyone? Raining outside. It's coming down a lot. Anyway, I'm going to get my goofy face out of the way here so you can focus on the guitar. Just to let everyone know, I got a PayPal link up. I'm going to start posting in the link in the comments section. I'm going to pin it right at the top of the comments. If anyone, wants to support the channel or whatever, throw me a few bucks, whatever, anything, like that would be much appreciated. I want to eventually buy some new cameras and audio equipment for the channel to make more quality videos, but here's where we're still doing it right now, trying to be more consistent. So yeah, I'm gonna do just a random video of some cool guitar runs, guitar licks. I have a style very similar, people have said, like to Doc Watson. I don't play a lot of fancy stuff, but I feel like I play a lot of tasteful licks and stuff like that. And I want to start out by showing this little run. It's actually a guitar run, but let's say you're in the key of C. I'm in standard tuning. Hopefully I'm in tune. If not, tuned to where I am. Alright, so let's say you got a chord progression. C to A to D that's the progression. So you want to go from C to your A, but you don't want to just switch from chord to chord. You want to do it with a little more style. Here's how you would do it simple. But you can actually walk up to it. Something like Doc Watson would do something like this. Hear that? Still in the key of A. You could do it that way, or you can start with open A. So you can kind of walk your way back and forth to the chords. So say we're in C, walk up to A. You can go there. Just a way to make your style more interesting. I'll show you that right there. On the D string, go from your second, hammer on from your second to third, and come back, and then open. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then walk down on the A string. Open A, and then E string on the third. I find it better to do this run with your index and your middle, but you could also do it with the middle and the ring. However, just giving you some ideas here. Sometimes, like when I'm playing a chord, I'll do a little cross picking in there sometimes if I'm feeling froggy. times here and there. So take with that what you want. What do we have tonight? Let's see. Feeling this video, Dutch Brothers, Americano. Alright, let's see what else can I show y'all. This is a very kind of random video. I'm just bored. Might start doing these every once in a while. Let's see. Oh, a cool Doc Watson guitar lick. That is note for note how Doc Watson played that guitar run right there on an old show. I think it was called Quest. Pete Seeger or something like that. A Pete Seeger show. He was an old guy that had, he was a banjo picker who had old musicians on. Old-timey bluegrass country musicians come on there. He had the Carter family. He had all kinds of good musicians. The Stanley Brothers on there. And anyhow, Doc Watson was playing with his band at the time. And he pulled that Wayfaring Stranger, I think the song was called. Doc Watson played it. Wayfaring Stranger, I believe it was. And I believe he was in the key of G. And it was a transitional lick. Played a couple more times. And the one thing he did when he played it was he went down here and got him some twangy sounds here. More warm down here, and then every once in a while he'd go up there. Show you what he does here. So it's basically like that good old G run here. But on this one, he skips a note. Here's how you play it regularly. In an open D. But on this time instance, he actually sometimes skips the D string. It goes to the G. Open G. It goes back to the D. We do that again. Get used to that. Practice that. Once more. And then go back to your D again. See? If you want to keep it rolling, practice it. He does that a lot too in a lot of his styles. That's another thing you can practice too. Play with that, so let's get back. Once more. Now you're going to slide on the G string to your 4th, and then you're going to be in this little, looks like it's a partial G chord really, fretting both the the B and the high E on the 3rd, and then you got your index here on the 4th fret on the G. You're playing out those notes there that you're holding. You're sliding up and then you're hitting the last 2. In fact, you don't even got to keep holding the middle one there. You're just going to use it to slide. And then you're going to walk up to your 6 on the B, and you're going to walk down. You're going to go 6, 5, to 3, 6, 5, 3, and then when you get to 3, you're going to go from 3 to 5 and back. So, see? Actually, you're going to hit that G string first. Slide up, hit these 2 notes. Once you get down to the 3, you're going to hit that G on the 4th, and then you're going to go 3, 5, back to 3, 3, 5, 3. Now go back to your G on the 4th and slide down to the 2nd. Open G now. And you're going to go to your D, or D7, D9, whatever you choose. You can kind of strum alternating from your D to the A. And 3 to 2 on the G string. And then open. 3, 2, open. And then 2nd fret on the D. And then open G. Or, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From the top. I'll do it a couple more times so you can play along with it. A lot of times these guitar player channels don't play it slow for several times, so you have to kind of rewind, go back. So I like to play it a few times slow. So here we go. This lick sounds best when you go up to the end of your fretboard or the end of your guitar. If you want to add a few extra notes, feeling real confident. Once more. me show you another lick here. That's a Billy string kind of lick right there. He's just starting at the high E on the third on the. Play it a couple times slow. Just walking all the way from high E to low E to back up to your C position. Pretty cool. What else? Doc Watson lick here. And on that minor. 3. 3 and then open. And then 5 to 3. You're going to walk up on that B string on the 4th and 5th after that. And then shift. Boom, you got to shift fast. See, in that part earlier when I was telling you practice this? That makes your right hand to where you never get lost. That way you always can pick a note. You never get in a rut to where you can't pick out of it, like you're flowing. An up down motion, you're never doing 2 down or 2 ups. You can't do it that way. That'll throw you out of the loop there. Or I like to open instead of walking up. That sounds alright, but I like it. See here. Showed you that. You can go if you want to. That's a G right there. Different kind of a G. I'm not sure what the chord is called, but it's like your traditional G right there, right? Take your pinky and move it up to your D string. I guess that may be a 3rd. And then take your index on the 2nd fret and put it on a G. Doc Watson plays that chord a lot. I'm trying to think of some other guitar licks. Oh, here's one. In East Tennessee Blues. I won't explain the whole thing. I'll just play it a couple slow times and hopefully you can mimic it. A lot of hammer-ons there. Oh, one more here to end this little lesson here, this mini lesson. Um, an ending for the key of C. You can use this in Wildwood Flower. You can use this in a lot of nice slow songs, pretty songs. So, basically, your index and your ring finger. Put your index on the third on the high E, and then your ring finger on the B string there on the fifth. Those are the notes, and hit those two strings, and then shift down a fret, and again, and then to finish, you're gonna just one finger on the B string, right, and you're gonna let the high E ring. And you could slide up too from the second to third. Anyway, hope that was informative on a few tips and tricks for some guitar runs. You can work on that and see where it takes you. There's no rules to where you have to play those things. In fact, with fiddle tunes, bluegrass music, country music, you learn one guitar lick. I've always said this. Well, you've learned it. You could learn how to fit it in anywhere you play it. You know, one guitar lick, one guitar country run might work you for 100 songs. You know, you could whatever. You know, this is Old Joe Clark, but you might be able to fit that somewhere else. You know, just like you got Salt Creek. Let's see. Anyway, you know, you can move it where you want to. You can make it fit. Ooh, that's a hard one. Might do a lesson, another full lesson on Salt Creek, really break that down. And I know that people have been requesting the little Sadie lesson. Anyway, so tap in and yeah, God bless. Have a good day.